Repairing a snowblower starter motor. In today's video, we're going to do just that. The most challenging task was reassembling of the brushes. In this video, I'll show you the tricks that I used to accomplish that task. The disclaimer, don't be suing me. The mistake I made when I found this at the Amazon return store, I thought, hey, looks new. I didn't really give it a second thought. I thought, well, I'll try to test this when I was there. If I would have tested it and it wasn't working when I was there, I wouldn't have bothered with it. But I forgot to test it and threw it in the bag and bought this along with a bunch of other stuff. But I didn't look close enough. If you look straight down at the gears, you can clearly see that this guy's used. And I didn't see that there's screw marks on here because I was looking at it from the back side. Well, my bad. Let's see if it works. So I'm going to plug this guy in. And we plug this guy in. Nothing. Okay, not a problem. I'm going to unplug this guy. Set my multimeter up for continuity. Okay. Get that guy ready to go. So we have basically a large micro switch. I guess if it's large, it's not really micro now, is it? Okay, so if I can peel the rubber back on this side, the rubber back on that side, I can get these guys in here and here, then push down on the switch. Okay, so the switch is good. We know the switch is good, so now we got to take the motor apart. I'm only getting it close. I'll tighten it up at the end with an actual screwdriver. I don't like tightening with this because it has a tendency to break stuff. So then I look on the back here, 10 mil star, and I'm going to take this guy apart right now. Okay, sorry about this. We had a small technical error. The camera didn't record this part, but basically what happened is I took the 3 screws out of the back and pulled the front of the motor apart. Springs went popping everywhere, little clips went here and there, and that's what kind of happens sometimes. Okay, I bought a used starter motor, and I made this mistake with a couple motors already, so this time I'm going to try and fix it. There is a broken lead wire here, and what I want to do, if you take a look, this wire is broken. It comes from this side, because that one comes from that side. And I'm wondering if I can solder this guy back together onto here, if I can get this motor up and running again. You really shouldn't be doing this unless you know what you're doing, and I really don't know what I'm doing. Do you see that wire there? That's a problem. So it fell down and it touched something in here. Let's see if I can pull this guy up. Okay, here's the wire, and I want to be able to put those two together. How am I going to put those two together in a way that's kind of permanent? An idea I want to try is see if I can get this guy here, this crimp. I'm going to grind the ends off because there's not a lot of space in there, so this is a little bit smaller. And I'm going to see if I can crimp the two of them together. Okay, so I took my grinder and I just ground it down a little bit. Will it work? What do you think? Okay, so I stripped this wire the best I can. There is an actual coating on the wire here. It's hard to see. Let's zoom in, see if we can zoom in a little more. See if I got it all. There is a bit of a coating on the wire. And I've stripped this one down as well. And we'll see if I can get it so it crimps on. Okay, so I kind of got it there. I don't want to bend it too much because they will break. I don't know if the current's running through it or not, and I'm honest to God, I don't know how to test it. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to try and put everything back together now. We have 4 springs that need to go in behind here. In behind, these are the brushes. You see that spot right there? That's where the springs sit, and it actually pushes the brush up against here. We will see if this works or not. It'll be interesting. Okay, so I have the 2 prongs back in. So if you see right here, It's hard to see. Let's get underneath there. There's my guy right there. I'm going to want to push that all the way against the wall. And then my second wire here is coming up, and it's going to be poking through. And that's where I'm going to be plugging these two guys into. But I still got to get the springs and all that other sort of stuff in. I'm trying a couple different ideas. I have this piece I could have put in there and then pushed them all across, but the problem is I can't get them in once this piece is in there. So this is a no-go. So then I tried using a zip tie. Put a zip tie on, hold it in place, and then when I bring the this guy up, I don't know if it's stator or rotor, or I'm not sure exactly the name, to be honest with you. When I push this guy up against it, I'll just cut these off or pop them up and then cut them off afterward. So let's get all 4 of these in and see what we got. Okay, I got 3 hacks going on here. And I'm not saying this is going to work. We will see. Basically what I have here is I have a zip tie going around here. And that works for these two, but they have to change plans up. And then this guy, oh, there goes hack number 3. Then this guy here I have tied around to here against the wire. And then this one here, I just had a screwdriver wedged in to stop it from sliding out. And it just popped out. So I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to try putting this unit back into here, and we'll see what happens. But before that, I got to try and put this onto these tabs, because when I push down on this tab here, it's going to push out, and I can't have that. To prevent this tab from falling down, I'm going to try to grab onto this guy and twist it a small amount. Can't see. So I twisted it. That might not be the right thing to do, but now it won't fall down. It won't fall down into the hole. Okay, so this is what the 3 methods look like here. Screwdriver wedged in. Now I'm going to try and put this guy up and push the sides across, and then hopefully this guy will still seat on there without any issues. Hopefully. I will try and tilt this guy here to go into here. I got to put this back on top of there. Which way does this go? Okay. See, we have this guy here. Ho ho. Oh my. Holy moly. Really should be doing this where there's ice. So this guy here is going to go on to here. I'm going to try and connect that wire there. Hopefully that's within camera shot. That went on super easy. This guy here. Oh. Do we have a bingo? I certainly hope so. are the chances of this thing working? Don't be saying none. None of this stuff is tight. I guess I should probably get a fire extinguisher. But okay, so this is going to be my extension cord that plugs into here, because this obviously won't fit into there. Can we see that still? Yeah, it's in the shot. Good. That's on. Nervous. Okay, is it going to work? Oh! Look at that. Look at that guy jump. Oh, man. I never ever fixed a motor before. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Such a good feeling. How do I normally fix motors? Well, this is going to sound a little sad, but normally I pull the copper out and sell the copper for scrap and throw the rest of the motor in the garbage. But as you saw, this guy works, and that is awesome. Next time, try and take something apart that's broken and fix it. It's way better than it going into landfill. And you might not be able to fix it the first time, but if you keep trying, you never know. First off, I'd like to apologize for all the misnaming of the parts. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you have any stories, or if you think I did something wrong, leave them in the comment section as well. Thanks again. Have a great night.